So when you're working in Google Sheets, you might notice that if you add a new row, all of the cells in the rows below that rows get recalculated. And that also happens if you delete a row or if you rearrange some rows. And this can be really annoying and cost a lot of time or even be expensive if you're running an expensive calculation if you have a large spreadsheet with a lot of cells. So I've come up with a solution to that, and I call it sticky cells. And the idea is that the calculations are done in the background, but what's saved into the actual cell is the value and not the formula. So let's try this out. And just like in the other sheet, these values are being calculated. However, now this is an actual value in text, and it's not going to be recalculated if I rearrange these rows or if I delete a row. But still, if I change the value, it'll still be recalculated. And how does that work? So I came up with a little trick that's using Google Apps Script, and I'm going to show you how you can use that yourself. So to show you, I'm just going to create a completely new blank spreadsheet. And for this example, I'm just using the SheetGPT extension to get that GPT formula, so I'm going to enable that. Cool, so now I'm going to go to Extensions and App Script. Now I've prepared a app script for you, which I will just post the link to in the description below, but you can just copy this whole script and then you can paste it here into the code editor. And what this script does is it checks for values that are changed in column A, and then it takes a formula and calculates the value to insert into column B. And some of these things like the sheet name, the column number, and the formula, you can just change right here in the code. But for now, we're just going to use this simple formula, which takes the value in the A column using the GPT function. So let's click Save. And then the last thing that we need to do for this to work is just to add a trigger. And we click here, Add Trigger, and we see the function that we just created on Edit, and we need to change the event type to on Edit. Then I'm going to click Save, and I will authorize this project by clicking Advanced and here on Save. Now Allow. Perfect. So now that that script exists, anything that I put here into this column should affect the value of the adjacent cell in column B. So I'll just write the capital of Hawaii. What's the capital of Kansas? And now those have finished calculating, but the key here is that if I were to add a row or rearrange these rows, nothing gets recalculated. And that can be really helpful when you have a really large spreadsheet. I hope this helps, and have a nice day.